welcome to the Indie Brew Show, where we spill the tea on indie games. My name is Beck.
And I'm Ant, and today we have a stacked lineup of indie game goodness, including...
We chat about AVCON 2025 and Indie Symphony II.
I think across the board, everyone was kind of blown away with how good it was.
I wasn't 100% sure what to expect from this, and I was actually blown away.
We have the best bargains you can pick up in the ID at Xbox sale.
And we attempt to guess the indie game based on the soundtrack.
Well, that is a lot harder than what I expected. A lot harder.
There's going to be people mad at us in the comments about
Oh,
this,
for sure.
because we did
For
not
sure.
get them.
So grab your favorite caffeinated beverage, sit back and relax, and let's get this show on the road.
Freshly brewed.
Mirthwood Co-op drops July 10th, and it's everything we hoped for. You'll be able to farm, fight, and even fall in love with a friend via local co-op or Steam Remote Play. It's drop in, drop out with shared exploration and individual progression. You keep your own skills and inventory, and yep, you can marry your co-op partner and raise a kid together. The update also improves combat and adds new farm content. Online co-op is still coming later, but for now, split a screen and dive into Mirthwood on July 10th.
Big news, Schedule 1 is officially back on Steam in Australia. If you haven't heard of it, this one's a gritty, no-frills, drug-dealing sim set in a fictional Aussie city called Highland Point. You start as a small-time cook and dealer and scale up into a full-blown empire, buying properties, hiring runners, dodging the cops, and managing your rep. It's equal parts business sim and crime drama, wrapped in lo-fi visuals and a very dry Aussie sense of humour. The game got pulled earlier this year for not having an official classification, but solo dev Tyler's now sorted that out, and it's back on the store, completely uncut. It's rough, it's real, and it absolutely leans into the chaos. If you're into offbeat indie experiments that go all in, Schedule 1 is worth checking out.
Imagine having a tiny, customizable Android living right on your desktop. That is exactly what Nano Neighbours offers. Announced recently, this cozy sim from Studio Bitdot lets you dress up your Nano, assign it tasks, and build a cute little capsule home that grows with you. It doesn't stop there. Your Nano stays with you while you work, game, or browse. You can even invite your friends' Nanos over for mini activities. Streamers will get a cool bonus too. Viewers can interact with their Nano live through chat commands. With charming pixel art and a relaxing vibe, Nano Neighbours feels like the perfect low-key companion for your everyday screen time. It's due out later this year and is already ready for wishlisting on Steam. Keep an eye on this one. It feels like a fresh, cozy twist on desktop companions.
Ever wonder what it's like to live the buzzing life of a bee? Bee Simulator, The Hive, lets you do just that. Diving deep into vibrant meadows, lush gardens, and sprawling forests full of flowers to pollinate and nectar together. But it's not all calm and sweet. Your hive faces real dangers that you'll need to defend against while growing your colony. Along the way, you'll pick up fascinating facts about bees and why they're so essential to our ecosystem. If you're after a nature sim that combines fun, challenge, and education, this one's for you. And the best part, Bee Simulator The Hive launches on August 4th. Get ready to buzz into adventure.
Imagine running a magical forge where every weapon you craft changes the fate of kingdoms. That's the core of Magic Forge Tycoon, launching in January 2026 on PC, Mac, and Steam Deck. You'll design enchanted weapons, tweak every detail, and balance style with durability to create legendary gear. But it's not just about forging, you'll manage resources on a wild market shaped by wars and alliances. Buy low, sell high, and watch the kingdom's politics shift with your contracts. Complete missions for rulers and factions to earn favors and unlock powerful perks. Will you forge peace or fuel war? Your choices will decide.
If you love cooking games with a twist, restaurants might be your next obsession. This indie sim puts you in charge of your own restaurant where you hire staff, design menus, and scramble to prep dishes during rush hour. It's fast-paced, fun, and packed with quirky characters and lively vibes that keep the energy high. Whether you're into managing kitchens or just love a good chaotic sim, Restaurants promises plenty of memorable moments. Keep an eye out for the release news soon.
The team behind Dredge is starting a fresh new chapter with their new studio, Dis2 Games. If you love Dredge's moody atmosphere and mysterious storytelling, you're going to want to watch this space. While they're keeping their next project a secret for now, you can expect more immersive, story-driven adventures that pull you right in. These developers really know how to create worlds that stick with you long after you stop playing, and Dis2 Games is a studio to keep your eye on if you're into indie games with heart, atmosphere, and a little bit of mystery. Are you looking for something new to pick up this week? Well, we've got you covered. Here's what's on the menu.
Become a master smith in Blacksmith Ignite the Forge. Craft a variety of weapons, enhance them with magical runes, and equip your team of adventurers. Send your team on missions to gather loot and upgrade your forge to save the land. This one's releasing July 14th.
Dawn Apart is a space colony and factory sim set on an alien world. Players can mine resources, automate production, and defend settlers from environmental threats and mysterious alien forces. This game offers a mix of survival, strategy, and narrative with a focus on fully destructible environments. This one is coming to early access July 14th.
Run your very own shop and tavern on the Island of the Damned in Pirates Cove Simulator. Gain riches and buy your way out of the pirate afterlife. Trade with the restless undead pirates and search for the hidden treasures of the island. Or just relax and fish the days away. Releasing July 14th. Super Loco World is a cozy railroad strategy game where you build and automate train networks in a dynamic world. With zero penalties for rebuilding, the game encourages creative problem solving. Use rail signs, stops, and traffic lights to manage traffic and watch villages grow into bustling towns. Perfect for fans of relaxed yet engaging puzzle gameplay. This one's releasing July 14th.
Build a super large island with robots in Island Robot Farm. Assign tasks to robots to plant, raise animals, and build the different required buildings to slowly expand your island. This one's a cozy idle farmer that can also run at the bottom of your desktop, and it's releasing July 15th.
Gorcho and the Grassland is a cozy farming sim that combines ranching, exploration, and folkloric quests. Set in the Brazilian countryside, players can connect with animals, complete meaningful quests, and immerse themselves in a world filled with charm. The game offers a heartfelt, relaxing experience with cultural elements like harmonica playing and countryside life. Releasing July 16th.
Ink Reverie is a charming Chinese-style city-building game infused with Match 3 mechanics. Players can build and manage a city, solve Match 3 puzzles, and experience a story-rich adventure. The game features hand-drawn art, a soothing soundtrack, and a blend of casual gameplay with strategic depth. This one is releasing July 16th.
The Drifter is an Australian-made point-and-click adventure thriller. Players follow the story of Mick Carter, a weary drifter who witnesses a brutal murder and uncovers a web of recent attacks and sinister disappearances. The game features intuitive gameplay, a sharp script reminiscent of Stephen King's style, and a compelling voice performance by Adrian Vaughn. This one's coming out July 17th.
Fretless, The Wrath of Rifson is a turn-based RPG where players wield powerful legendary instruments to save the land from Rick Rifson's devilish goons and musical hybrid monsters. The game combines tactical combat with rhythm-based mechanics, offering a unique and engaging experience for music and RPG fans alike. This one is coming July 17th.
Bargain Brews!
Are you looking to get the best bang for your buck this week? Here are some bargain brews that you can pick up.
While the Steam summer sale may be done and dusted, there's good news because Xbox is having their own sale, and it is specifically for indie games. The ID at Xbox sale is running this week, so you can pick up games like Stray, the open world exploration game where you play as a cat in a cyber city for 40% off, or games like Cuphead if you want to really put your relationship to the test for 30% off.
We have Valheim for 50% off and 7 Days to Die for 40% off.
You can get stuck into a management sim like Arcade Paradise for 70% off, or another party multiplayer favorite, Boomerang Foo, is 40% off.
This is one that we included in our Signal Boost a couple of weeks ago. Clem, an absolutely adorable, cutesy horror game for 50% off, or you could grab the absolutely amazing roguelike Darkest Dungeon for 70% off.
Now, all of these are on the Xbox store. You will be able to find the link in our show notes.
In addition to some amazing bargain brews, we also have the Epic Games free games this week, which start from the 11th and end on July 18th. We have Figment 2, Creed Valley, and Skyracket. So another 2 amazing indie games to pick up if you have Epic Games.
And if you're looking to really get some bang for your buck, there is some cool Humble Game bundles out this week, including the Summer Splash bundle, which includes games like Crab God, Koa and the 5 Pirates of Mara, Abzu, and so many more. So definitely go and check that one out if you're looking for a great summer-themed bundle. If you're anything like us, you can get overwhelmed with the sheer amount of games dropping at the moment, and it can be a little bit tricky to wade through the chaos. And unfortunately, there are some incredible games that are just flying under the radar. So we're going to give some of those games a signal boost today, and I'm going to kick it off with a game that I was able to check out as part of AVCON in May. And this game is... I don't even know how to describe it. It's an interactive fiction game, and it is like point and click. You play as a high school student who gets wrapped up in this kind of conspiracy, and basically a school prefect gets pushed out of a window and you take the blame. So the cool thing about this game is that you actually unravel the mystery, but the characters know what's happened already. So it's kind of this interesting mix, and basically you replay the same day over and over again, and every time you play you uncover different clues, or you uncover different like secrets, or you are able to change how you speak to different characters, and that affects the outcome. So the outcome is you're basically trying to not get expelled from school, but as you go, more and more information kind of comes to light, and you end up questioning whether or not you did actually push someone out of a window. It's got this amazing voice acting in it, so all of the characters are voice acted completely, and like it really captures the essence of like being at school, and you're like, oh no, I don't want to get in trouble, or I don't want to go see the matron, and like it's got this really, really cool vibe to it. It is by the studio that did games like Overboard and A Highland Song, so they're really, really good at what they do, and that is telling fantastic stories. And yeah, this is one I would highly recommend checking out. It is very underrated at the moment.
My signal boost for this week is a game that I was lucky enough to play last year. We have covered this one on the channel as well, so if you want to see a review on it, go and check that out. It is Noxia Somnia. It's a 2D survival horror action game where you wake up in a nightmare and you have to make your way through the nightmare to try and escape this fantasy-style nightmarish land. There's a lot in the game about overcoming nightmares and mental health issues, so it is pretty deep. A lot of it is really relevant, and it can definitely hit some relatable points. The combat is a lot of fun. You get a whole bunch of different weapons that you can use to fight off the nightmares or even unlock the different puzzles, and you move through the levels finding out the story of your character and what sort of happened to bring them to this point. It's an amazing game. I had a lot of fun with it, and it's only sitting at 12 reviews. 12 reviews. It definitely deserves a lot more attention than what it got, and it's such a good game. The soundtrack for it was amazing as well from memory. So yeah, if you're interested, go and check out the review and see if it's a game that you'd be interested in, and yeah, it definitely needs some more love.
So for this week's Spill the Tea, we're doing something a little bit different because we both had the absolute pleasure of being able to attend some indie theme events over the weekend, and we want to talk about them because they were so good. So I had the absolute pleasure of going and seeing Indie Symphony II on Friday night, and look, I didn't really know what to expect. So Indie Symphony II is put on by Orchestra Victoria, and it's basically they get this massive orchestra together and they play through soundtracks from different indie games. Now, I am a big fan of music in general, so I was already excited by this, but I wasn't like 100% sure what to expect from this, and I was actually blown away at not only the quality of the music, but just of the entire performance as a whole. So it was hosted by Mina Shamali, who did a fantastic job, and he kind of walked you through the concert as if it was like an RPG game. And it was very immersive. It was very cool. But they played through a ton of different indie soundtracks. So we got to hear, the theme of Slay the Spire. I don't know if you've heard of that game yet.
Oh, I'm so jealous about that one.
As well as some of the tracks from Darkest Dungeon, which were insane. They actually had like a wind machine that they used to like make it sound like there was wind, and like electric guitar through it. It was absolutely incredible. They also did some songs from Chants of Senna with an actual choir that did all the choir parts, which was really cool. But yeah, I think some of the standout performances were they actually got Dan Golding, who did the music for Untitled Goose Game. He came out and did a performance with the orchestra for that, where he actually played like a honking horn, which sounded like a goose.
I seen clips of that, and it was like an ongoing joke, right?
Yeah.
It was like, they did it a couple of times.
It was so good. And it was so funny because he obviously wrote the music that this entire like 60 something piece orchestra was playing, and then he's just there with like a horn, and like it was so hilarious. So that was definitely fantastic. They played like a medley of Undertale.
That's cool.
But while they did it, they actually had scenes from the game up on the screen, so it like walked you through the story of Undertale a little bit while playing you through the music soundtrack too. And like there were tears by the end of that. It was so beautifully done, and so just like it really captured the emotion of that game, I think, in a really great way. So it was fantastic. They also had Austin Wintory, who did some of the music on Hades 2. He came out and actually conducted the orchestra through some of the tracks for Abzu, which he composed on as well. So we got to see like the actual composer come out and conduct the orchestra for the songs that he had written, which was insanely cool. And that also featured a lot of choir elements in it. So there was like 2 full choirs. I think it was a 66-piece orchestra. The percussion section was insanely cool. They played some of the songs from Cult of the Lamb as well, which was really beautiful. And then they finished it off with some of the standout tracks from Baldur's Gate 3 with some vocalists that came and sang.
The soundtrack from Baldur's Gate 3 is amazing, so that would have been so good to hear.
It was incredible. It was incredible. So they played like the main theme, and they played I Want to Live and Raphael's Final Act with 2 vocalists that did the male and the female parts, and it was insane. The vocals were insane, and the music, of course, was just ridiculous. All around, it was such an incredible event. It was just so much more than I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was even more than that. And the audience was insane. Like, I think my hands were sore from clapping by the end of it. And I think a lot of people would have felt the same. But yeah, it was an absolutely fantastic event. Hats off to Orchestra Victoria for putting that on, because it was just incredible. And hopefully they do another one. This is the second one they've done. So they did one back in 2023. So hopefully they do another one, because, oh my gosh, incredible. Absolutely incredible.
We're seeing a lot of these orchestra style things coming up. I remember Stardew Valley had one.
Yep.
It's such a cool concept because the music is such a big part of a lot of these games, especially like, you know, Baldur's Gate 3. The music really sets the tone for a lot of the game. Darkest Dungeon, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that game soundtrack really, really sets the tone for that game. Like, it feels, it's so atmospheric. So being able to hear it live would have been amazing. I'm sad I missed out on it.
That Darkest Dungeon, the second track they played, I think it's Sprawl Battle, the track's called, was just insane. Like, that was a standout of the show, in my opinion. And my husband said the same thing. He was like, that song, like, they brought in this like gritty electric guitar for it, and it just was incredible. Cool. I wish it was like on YouTube or something so that other people could experience it, because it was just so incredible. There is a playlist on Orchestra Victoria. They've made a playlist on Spotify, so you can listen to the originals of all the songs that were there, but they're not gonna even come close to what it was
Come
like.
close, yeah.
Gives you a new appreciation for the soundtracks to these games and like how they make you feel and how much they add to that atmosphere.
So if another one was to come up, you'd highly suggest it for fans of indie games?
Absolutely. Even just fans of games or fans of music, 100% go and see it. I think, yeah, there is just so much talent that goes into these games that you don't even realize sometimes. So being able to sit there and just appreciate the music without, playing the game or being distracted or, those other things was just really, really great.
Well, this week, like I said, I missed out on this event, unfortunately, but I headed across to Adelaide to go to AVCON 2025, which is a anime and video game convention in Adelaide. It's their biggest one. It's a grassroots one, which I thought was really, really cool. So all volunteer ran, which was insane considering how well the convention was run. One big part that I probably want to talk about was the indie section there. It was humongous. There was easily over 25 games there. Games that we've seen before, but a bunch of games that I haven't seen before, which was really, really cool. It's so awesome going to these events and seeing the games evolve. So I remember seeing Blood Reaper at PAX 2 years ago, I believe it was, and it's a COD zombie style wave shooter with, instead of zombies, it's demonic creatures. I seen that and I was like, this looks really cool. I love it. But seeing it this time around, they've polished it up, they've updated a bunch of things, they've added new things to the map, and it was really cool to see that progression across the years. But yeah, showcased a bunch of games. All the games were really, really well done. They had awesome booths as well, which is always a cool thing to see when you're going to these conventions. There was stuff like End of Ember, who did a live show as well, where another content creator by the name of Pog played the game alongside the dev, and they chatted through different questions and looked at different Easter eggs in the game or different ways the game plays, which was really, really cool. There was Nelstar Solace. There was Dungeons and Dining Tables, which is always a good one to get in and get your hands on because it's such a good game. I'm so excited for that. Food Domina. And yeah, there was a bunch more. Outside of the indie game section, the con itself was just amazing. There were streamers who were raising money for Game on Cancer, doing all sorts of silly stuff. 2 guys got tattooed on stage. There was a bunch of cosplay stuff, a lot of fun. There was the Artist Alley. There was retro games. There was competitions, tabletops, all sorts of stuff. It was a really, really good convention and definitely worth going. Even if you're not in Adelaide, I think the trip up was worth going just to see what it was like. And I think across the board, everyone was kind of blown away with how good it was. And I definitely think it's got a really nice vibe to it that is 100% worth traveling across for. So yeah, AVCON 2025, I definitely recommend checking it out if you are a fan of gaming, indie gaming, cosplay, pop culture stuff. 2026 is said to be bigger. So yeah, definitely check it out.
I'm really sad that I didn't get to go. I had FOMO seeing everyone's posts and like seeing all the indie games that were there. It looked absolutely incredible.
It was hard to know beforehand. Like I know you and me spoke about it. We were like, we just don't know what's going to be there. I've never been before. You've never been before. It's one that we don't hear a massive amount about in like Melbourne or in, places outside of Adelaide.
Yep.
So I was not sure what to expect, but it easily competes with pretty much all of the other conventions in Oz, bar PAX, but PAX is just a monster.
Yeah.
So it's hard to compete with PAX.
It's been around for a while too, hasn't it? It's like 25 years or something.
Yeah, one of the longest running game conventions in Australia from what I know. But like I said before, the crazy thing about it is that it's volunteer run. So everyone who's there is volunteering their own time to put it in. And it's just so clean considering it's all volunteered. Like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're 100, like all the events were run really, really well. I think all it needs is for some other brands to recognize how good it is and get in there and start supporting it, because it's definitely a really good con. Without it, it would be an absolutely insane con with that support from brands and content creators and just the people. I think this was their first year doing content creators coming to the thing, and they said they've seen a massive increase in just everything. So
That's awesome.
looks like it's going to get bigger.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's so cool seeing different cons come up. And like, I know there's Pixel Expo over in WA, Level Up Taz in Tasmania, and then obviously you have cons like TGX in Melbourne. I think there's one in Queensland as well that's just a little bit on the smaller side, but there's been one in Brisbane that I've seen pop up. So it's really cool that we're seeing more of these events pop up because they are so much fun and they're such a great way to get hands-on with games that are still developing that, you know, you wouldn't be able to do otherwise. So it's really cool to hear that there's more of these events and that they're so successful. That's awesome.
And on the other side of it, I know we're most likely going to be talking about it a little bit more on the channel in the future, but from the indie dev side of it, it's AVCON's free. So if you want to showcase your game at AVCON, it's free entry. You just got to make your way over there and bring your setup. So it's an amazing way for indie games to get out there and showcase their game a little bit more.
Yeah.
And there were so many people that were interested in the indie section, so many people playing indie games. It was really, really good to see. The community really showed up for that.
That's awesome. I love that, supporting indie games at the core. That's what we love.
If you want to get a bit of a better idea of what AVCON was all about, I've got a vlog on my channel, Gaming Antics, as well as a whole bunch of different footage from the con on my Instagram. But it's as simple as searching up AVCON 2025. There was content creators galore there. So if you search up AVCON 2025, there's going to be all sorts of pictures that you can look through to find exactly what it's all about.
We are doing games on our backlog that we want you to convince us need to come off our backlog. I'm going to kick this off with a card game. You'll be proud of me, Anne. I have a card game on my backlog this week. It's a game called Stacklands, which is a card stacking game, to put it very simply. But it's a village builder where you stack cards, you collect food, build structures, fight creatures. I've had this in my library for a while. And after playing that sizzle and stack game, I really, really liked that. So this one, I'm like, I need to give this a go. I typically don't play a lot of card games, I'll be honest with you. I play some, but not a whole lot. I've never kind of got the appeal of them to a degree. But after playing that sizzle and stack game, I was like, damn, this is fun. This is all right. And then obviously playing Bellatra, I was like, that's a bit different, but this is fun. Maybe card games can be fun. Maybe it's not just all flat white solitaires. So yeah, I'm interested in this one. I think it looks pretty good. It's pretty highly rated, and I've heard that it's fantastic. So yeah, I just need the nudge to get over the line and play it. So convince me, why should I play Stacklands?
I'm going to put my 2 cents in. It's addictive. It's addictive, and it gives you a sort of satisfaction that is just sweet to the brain. It's not that long of a game. Like, you can finish it relatively quickly, yet I have 20 hours in it somehow. Anyway, I'll let the audience run with that as well. All right, so this week on my backlog, I've been seeing a lot about End of Ember, and the game that they talk about a lot when speaking about End of Ember is The Binding of Isaac. And it is one that I've always wanted to play, especially when I was a teenager, seeing a bunch of the YouTubers I like playing it, but I've never actually played. And once again, it's right up my alley. I feel like I'm seeing a theme coming on here of just hard games that really reward grinding and hitting your head against the wall 100 times. But yeah, Binding of Isaac. It's a randomly generated action RPG shooter with roguelike elements, and it's apparently got a really good story. It's pretty messed up, and there are multiple games within the franchise, so it's definitely one that I would get right into. So convince me, what is the pitch? What is the pitch? Why should I play Binding of Isaac? Let me know in the comments.
I will not be playing Binding of Isaac. I have no interest in playing Binding of Isaac, but you enjoy that. I love that for you. Not for me, but for you.
It definitely looks like I'm starting to find, I feel like I'm starting to find my type of game that I like. It's either big, expansive worlds with massive amounts of adventure, or little dungeon crawlers where you spend 100 hours on one level going, they're the two opposites of my game style.
And I'm over here like, no.
Give me a cozy.
Give me some management, please.
I like cozy management as well.
Yeah. You're allowed to like more than one genre. It's okay.
Am I?
Yeah. We don't niche here, okay? We're part of the no niche movement where you play what you want to play.
That's it.
Taste test.
Now it's time to talk about some of the games we've been checking out this week and doing a bit of a taste test on. And I'm going to kick this off with a new game that I've checked out this week called Ship Inc. Now, we did feature this one in the show as one of our ones to watch a little while ago, and it's out now, and I was lucky enough to get a key to play it, and I wasn't disappointed. So Ship Inc. is basically imagine you were working in like an Amazon warehouse and you were packing Amazon orders. That is what this game is, basically. So it's a kind of a job simulation game with some like organizing and sorting and managing in there as well. So you work in your warehouse and you get different orders and you need to pack them into a box and ship them. But the twist kind of comes because you don't just have these items, you actually get sent deliveries by your suppliers, and then you have to sort out what's in those boxes and then put them in the boxes for your customers. So you'll often get, boxes from a couple of different suppliers, and then they'll each have different items in there, and you'll have to kind of sort through all these different items to figure out what your customer has actually ordered. And then it also has things like some items are fragile, so you need to bubble wrap them, and some items have dangerous chemicals, so you got to put a dangerous sticker on the outside of the box. It also has like sometimes the clothing will be like dirty, so you've got to clean the clothing. Sometimes things will be broken, so you got to fix them before you can ship them. But it's a solid kind of job simulation game. I guess that's the best descriptor I can think of for it. And you play kind of day by day, and you also need to kind of restock your supplies. So you need to restock like your shipping labels, your tape, your bubble wrap, your packing peanuts, that kind of thing. You need to make sure that you've got like a decent supply of all of those. And yeah, you just kind of keep playing each day. I think the goal is to get to $100,000 so you can buy your house. So you have to like put your money in the bank and save it. But it's just a really, really nice little management game. It's very cozy, very chill. It's not time-based per se. So it's more on the relaxing side. There's some express orders that you can get extra for if you complete them like quickly, but otherwise it's very chill. You can just kind of pack at your own pace, which is nice. So yeah, highly, highly recommend checking this one out if you're looking for kind of a cozy simulation style game.
I played a little bit of this one, and I do have some questions for you. Does it scale? Like, does it eventually, like, can you upgrade all your stuff to have this insane workshop going on, or is it just pretty cozy all the way through?
I think it's pretty cozy all the way through. I think I've played through like to day 15 or 16, and it stays pretty similar. You do unlock more suppliers, so you unlock more kind of items that you can ship out, but it does stay pretty simple as far as I've gotten. I don't know if maybe it gets even more complicated, but as far as I've played through, it's definitely very much on the cozy side. You're not going to scale into like a full production warehouse as far as I can tell.
Yeah, that was, while I was playing it, I was like, it could either go one of two ways. It like sort of stays pretty cozy the whole time, which I'm happy with, but I just need to know, you know what I mean? Like, if it's going to scale, then I'm expecting something completely different.
Yeah. And Ant was too busy hanging out at AVCON this week, so he didn't get to play any games. So you get to hear about another amazing game that I played, and that game is called Rent Lord. So this one is like a landlord simulation game, and you play it all from like a virtual desktop computer. So you don't like go anywhere else. It's just literally like different computer windows that you bring up, and you basically buy different real estate, and then you make money off the rent off of the real estate. and you have different goals that you have to hit each week. So like the first week you might have to hit like $2,500 of income. So you have to make sure that you have enough properties to generate that income by Friday, or otherwise you lose. So it's kind of like run based in that regard. And then you also have these things called plugins, which are like perks or like buffs. So you might get, a bonus $500 for every residential property that pays rent, or, a multiplier on specific properties or that sort of thing. And so those kind of add up really quickly to help you hit those targets quicker. This one is hard. Like, it's definitely a difficult kind of game. It took me a while. I've only beat it once, and that was on the easiest difficulty. And somehow I balked it. Like, I just got the most ridiculous buffs that just somehow ended up getting me a ridiculous score.
So, is this Balatro, but rent? Like, it looks very similar to Balatro. You gain your properties, you use your plugins to apply different upgrades to those properties, and then they give you a bonus by the end of the week that lets you know whether you've passed that week or failed that week.
So it's similar in the buffs and it's similar in the multipliers. So the buff system is definitely similar to Balatro, and the multipliers that you get on specific things. So you know how in Balatro when you upgrade a card with like the planet cards, you get the different multipliers? Kind of like that with some of the buffs. It is different because you generate rent every single day. So you generate like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you've got to hit your target by Friday. If you hit it early, you can pay your rent, like pay your taxes early. I think that's what it is you're paying. And then you actually get a bonus. So you can, if you pay it on like the second day, you get like a 35K bonus, which can really ease your run up for the first couple of weeks at least. But yeah, pretty much the story of it, I think, is your parents are like, you need to get a job, or you need to do something meaningful with your life. Here, I'll give you 25 grand and you have to go and make me this much money.
Oh man, I wish.
Right?
Whose parents do that? Come on, mum.
these parents apparently. But yeah, so it's very simple, but it's got that underlying strategy to it that you kind of have to really nut out. And it's kind of randomly generated. So the properties that are available to buy each day are randomly generated. The buffs that you can buy each day are randomly generated. So there's a lot of nuance to it, but in really small ways that can make a big difference. But yeah, it's a really simple but fun game. Highly recommend. I think it's on the cheaper side too, so definitely worth picking up.
I'm checking it out at the moment, $7.50, and it looks like it's really worth it. I think I'm going to pick this up.
I really, really enjoyed it. It's great. And the runs, it's run based, so it's really easy to pick up and put down. You can play through a run in half an hour, if not less, depending on how badly you do. And once you win the first level, there are different scenarios that unlock as well. So there is kind of that replayability with different situations and different difficulties. So there is a lot more to explore there, rather than just winning it and then you're done. There's more there. But yeah, it's kind of addictive. So you've been forewarned. Be prepared.
Now it's time for the challenges. In the past, we have done games based off of coffee orders, but this week we're going to move away from the games based on, and we are going to try and guess what the game is based off of the soundtrack. And I believe this ties in really well with the Indie Symphony that Beck went to over the weekend. And I think it's going to be hard. I don't know about you though. I think it's going to be hard.
Yeah, I'm scared.
With these ones,
it's going to be fun.
It's always hard to gauge how much the other person has played of the game. I feel like that's a really hard one, but we'll see. Let's see how we go.
And we want you guys at home to play too. I'm going to start with an easy one that you should know. That is your only clue.
Only clue, okay.
All right, are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of this game before. Is this the main theme for Slay the Spire?
It's not the main theme, actually. Right game.
It's not the main theme?
No. Right game. You probably wouldn't know the name of it though. I wouldn't expect you to know.
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna know the name. Isn't it the theme that plays on the on the map?
It is The Guardian Emerges.
All right, mine should be pretty easy as well. All right, so
Okay.
do I give you a hint?
It's up to you.
My hint is you should know this one.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
It sounds so familiar. No, I got
That's
nothing.
it. I'm fairly certain it only plays at the start of the game during a specific scene.
It sounds really familiar.
I'll give you another one from the same game.
Okay. Okay. Is it Stardew? No. Yeah.
Yep, Stardew Valley.
I haven't played Stardew Valley.
You haven't?
No. I got bored. I've tried multiple times, and every time I just get bored and stuff. I just, in general, farming sims, not my jam.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
This one, you've definitely played this game. I know you've played this game, but I don't know if you'll get it.
Okay. Is this Graveyard Keeper?
Mm-mm.
No?
Similar genre of game.
No. I have no idea.
No idea?
No. I got nothing.
Okay. It is from Moonlighter.
Ah, Moonlighter.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've played that. That's probably why.
There you go. This is a hard challenge.
This is a hard challenge. This is a very hard challenge. There's so many games going through your mind at the same time. Number 2 for you. I'm sure you've played this game. I'm sure you've played this
Okay.
game.
We'll see.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah. This sounds very similar to Stardew Valley, but not. Oh, it's 8-bitty.
Any idea?
No, I got nothing.
Unpacking.
Okay. I should have known that. I haven't played that one for a very long time.
Yeah, I feel like that's the hard part about it. Like games that you've played ages ago, it's hard to remember the soundtrack for them, unless the
Yeah.
soundtracks were like intense.
All right, are you ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
I know
Locked
you've played
in.
this, and I know you've played this recently, so I
Okay.
hope you'll get this one.
Is this Wonder Stop?
Nope.
No.
No.
This challenge is really hard.
It is really hard. Do you want another song from the same game?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I feel like it's the game I'm thinking of. I just can't remember what the name of it is. Oh.
Do you give up?
Eternal Strands?
No.
What is it?
It's Dredge.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm playing that right now. How do I not know that?
I was like, you played it really recently. I know you have.
Yeah, like literally last night.
It's different hearing the songs without the games. Like
It
without the
is.
context. It's interesting, but
All right, are you ready for your next one?
yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Which game was this out of? Because I heard this on Friday night, I swear.
Maybe.
Have I played this game?
No.
Is it Baldur's Gate 3?
Nope.
Is it Hades 2?
Nope.
Is this the same game as one that I already did?
Yes.
Is it Slay the Spire?
Yes. It is the main theme for Slay the Spire.
I was like, I have heard this recently. I know that. But I was like, surely you wouldn't do one I've already done. My last one.
All right.
You haven't played this game,
I haven't.
but I'm hoping you know the music.
All right. This is nice.
It is nice.
Is this a game that you've been playing?
No.
No. I have no idea.
Okay. Do you want another song from the soundtrack?
Yeah.
Okay.
That changed it up.
Yep.
Undertale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you might not do the first one, but you'll definitely do the second one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the first one was like calm, and I was like, this could be so many things. But then the second one was like, yeah, okay, Undertale. All right, are you ready for my last one? This one might actually be
Yes.
pretty hard.
Okay.
It is a game that both of us have played.
Okay.
Here we go.
That sounds really familiar. What genre is this game?
Survival crafter?
Okay. Is it one I played recently?
No.
Okay.
To give you a gauge of how long ago you played it, you streamed it.
It's Core Keeper?
Ah, damn. Yeah.
I was like, how does he know for sure that I've played this? Because I played it with you.
Yeah.
That is surprisingly a lot more peaceful than I remember that game being.
Yeah, I think that's the opening.
All I remember is that giant boss that went around in a circle.
Yes.
And that was hectic.
But that is a lot harder than what I expected. A lot harder.
There's going to be people mad at us in the comments about
Oh,
this,
for sure.
because we did not get them that easily. But that's okay, because you can appreciate games in all their different facets, right?
Yes, that's right. There's definitely some games that I like the soundtracks of more than others. It's just, and some games I don't even listen to the soundtrack at all anymore.
All right, well, we want to know how you did. Did you guess all of those songs based on the soundtracks? Did you do better than we did? Because we did kind of okay. I think we got half of them. So
Yeah.
that's not too bad. But let us know in the comments how you did. And that's where we're going to wrap up the show. So thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We hope you've enjoyed hearing about AVCON and Indie Symphony and all of the other games that we featured on the show.
It's been a massive week, and once again, we've just got so much to play, so much to talk about, which is always good. The indie scene is bustling in Australia and New Zealand, not to mention the rest of the world. So it's awesome that we've got a lot to talk about every week, and we appreciate you guys coming along with us.
If you're looking for more indie game content, definitely check out our YouTube channel. We have a stack of indie games featured on there. If you like what we do, make sure to leave us a like and subscribe too.
One thing to mention as well is if you like the show but you want to listen to it instead of watch it, you can head across to Spotify, and it's on there now as well. So you can listen to it in any car rides, you can listen to it while you're going to sleep, you can listen to it while you're on a plane. All sorts of places you can listen to it in your ears.
And until next time,
Stay caffeinated.